What's up, Highway 83 YouTube followers? We're back in the 83 shop tonight, making another video. Today we're talking about the 1.6 liter engines. I recently made a post showing some of the many engines we got laying around, this, that, the other thing, and always get people asking, why don't you ship engines? Blah, 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 blah. And there's a very good reason for that. As you can see, these engines, they run good. We test them for compression, all that. Things were running great. Everything was going good. But, for all I know, this piece of shit right here, I think will have a crack in it, man. You don't even know, okay? Let me tell you. These things are known for having cracks. Okay? In the engine block. That's what I'm telling you, people. Block, cracked. You get this thing, I ship it to you, $500, $600, couple $100 shipping. Now you get it. You're like, hey, this thing's sweet. But I want to rebuild the engine. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into it, fix it up, new rings, new bearings, new gaskets, all that good stuff. You take it all apart. Now you get into the engine block, and there's trouble. Let me tell you about this trouble, okay? Here we have an engine over here. You're down to your bare block. You're like, hey, I'm about to pull my crankshaft. So you're pulling off your main caps. The crankshaft is obviously not in here. But you got your main caps off, and now you take your crankshaft and lift it out. And most commonly on your number 2 journal, there's gonna be a crack right here. No kidding, this is about 50% of the time. 50% of the time, I find this crack. So now you take this block to the machine shop and say, hey man, I want to rebuild my engine, man. What's up? And they're like, oh no, man. This thing got a crack. Forget about it, okay? And you're like, oh my God, dude. I just spent $600-700 on this engine to ship to me. Now you're on the horn with me on 83 like, hey Tony, we got a problem, man. And I'm like, oh my God. So, what are we gonna do from there? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna ship this thing back and I'm just gonna send you a full refund? Forget about it, okay? That's why I don't do it. It's not worth it. So when you're out shopping around for an engine, number one thing you gotta watch out for is this crack, and you're not gonna know about it. The thing's gonna run awesome until you take it apart, find this crack, machine shop, they say, I'm done, I'm not touching it. So that sucks. It sucks, but that's the nature of the 1.6 engine. It's just the nature of the beast. It's a flaw. I've taken apart dozens and dozens of engines. Every time I take it apart, before I take it apart, I'm like, oh man, I don't know, I'm gonna drink beer. I'm like, I hope that thing's not cracked. I take it apart, I find it's cracked, then I'm chugging a beer to drown my sorrows. If I find it's not cracked, then I'm chugging a beer to celebrate. I'm like, yeah, this thing's good to go. You know what I'm saying? So one more thing over here, we have another engine. Some of these 1.6s came with this girdle. This is a reinforcement. A lot of times these engines are a little less prone to cracking, so this can help. Not all engines have this, but this does help support the engine, embrace it, and have less cracks. But it really is a gamble. A lot of times the higher mileage engines, especially with the 5 speeds where you can rev the piss out of them and get the engine super hot, and guys are just burning out tires and mudding and swamping, forget about it. Those are cracked every time. As soon as you take it apart, this thing's cracked. But the automatics, where little old ladies driving it, a lot less chance of it being cracked. I'd search those out, but there's no rhyme or reason. Anytime one can be cracked. So again, that's a good explanation of why I personally do not like to ship in a complete engine and get into the whole hassle of the whole mix. So I hope this helps you understand. And when you're shopping for an engine from another dealer, random guy off Craigslist, Facebook, who knows what, you know what you're getting in for. And the 1.3 Samurai engines, very rarely, those are much stronger engines. But the 1.6s you gotta watch out for. So I hope you enjoy this video. There'll be more coming. We're over at 83, living the high life, baby. Watch the videos, recommend some more stuff you'd like to see. I'll see you guys next time.